chances of him finding a frag. Config Deagle versus Esperanto on the M4. Shabang!
Don't call it a clutch. But he do have a chance, though. Oh, I think he's actually... Yeah, he's made it past the Opera on Cat, so he can peel up against Get Right and Snappy. I think he'll get spotted. So Config, he's made it past enemy lines. Otto's watching this from the other side.
Ooh.
But does he know about Otto? He does. Oh, he does.
Oh, nice.
Otto doesn't bite. That's beautiful. Nicely done.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we look to the Finnish Opera to come in big for the clutch. So Contact in the lead. 1 round lead on this T side. 4 rounds in a row. Pretty wild. This isn't very analytical, but Pythian, if you could please just bring up the scoreboard. I want everybody to look at the round count. See, that's a cool pattern, right? 1, 4, 1, 1, 4. That is all. Enjoy this next time round.
It is easy to entertain Connor.
Yeah,
So easily entertained. Is it Obo alone here again? Oh, they're doing these setups where he's great side anchor. Very trustworthy by himself. Blame gets the opening kill. Config is traded on Cat. A key component to the CT side, of course. But does this mean Contact want to follow up into the B site? No, it looks like the bomb is going to get comfortable in connector.
He's going to plant the bomb. He's got the cover. Cat's open. Then Esperanto Otto gets poison in the one for Contact. So they make moments where Complexity could have gotten in. We saw Rush. Kill. Ships will trade it. They do slip Config into the sandwich. He tags Emmy, so good damage, but he's going to get focused on by Ships, who's looking to continue through and through. A dropped odd shot from Otto, but a follow-up into Poison will tag him down to 29, and Poison, through that CT smoke, is also getting a bit of damage in. So they've put Contact in this weird position where they're on the bomb site, but they can't quite plant, and nobody can clear CT unless Ships hits this flank. And, ooh, it's looking good. He's got the back of Blame as the T's of his teammates continue to kill on the bomb site. So everything goes perfectly for Contact once they slow it down. Sure, Rush is going to come out with a kill here, but he's already dropped to half HP. The bomb is going to be taken as Ships finds 4 frags.
Wow, he's racking them up. He's had 2 4Ks in this game already, but it's Otto who's 15 and 7. Lights out from Contact. I was not expecting this again. I mean, I thought that Complexity would be able to just, like, overpower them. But, yeah, you really can't sleep on these players, man. And Mirage is a great map for some of these players, of course. This is their home map for a long time.
Yeah, going all the way back to, like, before Crazy when they were Imperial.
Yeah.
Mirage has always been their cornerstone.
They were the peak up-and-coming team at one point.
Ooh, that's a big flash. Rush can see nothing, and Esperanto and Emmy, they combine for a kill apiece on B. Blame, he's not even throwing himself into the market because he doesn't want to get cut off by a flank, and therefore they're already kind of priming themselves for the save. Oh, and Esperanto, he's just going to peek out the door, executes Config. Sure, it's traded, but, I mean, Complexity, they just want to stop bleeding. They want to stop losing bodies. There's another flanker in Ships. Down goes the
man. They've been very tricky about their window flanks. Getting into CT spawn versus the A hits, getting into window late in general, and Ships, look at that, he's in a new position. He undocks. Floats over to connector. And backstabs the last guy. And we're now into the last round of the half. No matter what happens, Contact look to... I mean, they're going to be way more even strength than Nuke. You know, they potentially end both halves here 10-5. Just great starts. Really pushing complexities to their limits.
Nice flashbang. Good peek from Blame. Config's got himself another. Oboe in with a kill here. Esperanto. Ooh, he's going to take a ton of damage as Oboe falls into him. 1 versus 3 for Otto in a clutch attempt. 10 rounds for Contact, possibly on the T side, if he can pull this off. But for complexity is obviously where the chips should fall. One player on catwalk for the moment. This is the Op versus MP9 of Rush, who's waiting for his teammate in Poison to come peek. Volleying out the closer of the corners, nobody in it. All the while, Blame, he's flanking apartments. So everybody's just waiting for Blame to get closer and closer. Now Blame stops, letting the cat players make their move. Poison peeks wide, sees nothing. Otto's cautious.
Oh, well, he could ice out this one angle this way.
Yep. Find Rush.
Die. Oh.
Ooh, dropped the shot, though, and the second. That was his chance. It was a valiant effort, but it does not net them a 10th round. Contact just shy of the double digits as they switch to the defense here.
An Imperial effort. A crazy effort.
Oh, that's all 3 teams. Cool, man.
I don't think Imperial works, to be fair, but maybe you could probably use that. I feel like they might use that as a descriptive word in like high fantasy.
Yeah, we had that Valiant and Co. or Valiance and Co. / Imperial merger, right? When they brought in Esperanto. I don't know. Now I'm trying to think back a little too long, because I feel like the crazy era, like the result of those 2 teams merging together was the most impressive. And even when they've gone to Contact, like, sorry guys, but there's a reason that the two players who were poached from this roster ended up now being ranked number 1 in the world. Like, think about what Hunter and Nexa were doing for this team, you know, back in the day. It's never quite been the same for the others, but still cool. Still fun, and they're still winning. So I don't mean to talk about them like they're dead and buried. yeah, they're alive and kicking and screaming their way through this 3rd map.
I feel like there's a part of these top teams that would rather play other top teams than teams like Contact or other rosters, just because of the comfort. Yeah, the comfort of knowing what the other team will do. It's kind of weird because, you know, the game gets more high level, but it's like that quote. It's like you got to be more afraid of the guy. I mean, this isn't exactly pertinent because all of these players are competent, but the old quote about how the, you know, seasoned swordsman has to be more concerned about the swordsman who's never picked up a sword over the guy who has been fighting his whole life, just because you skip some stuff. You skip over some stuff when you expect certain things to happen from a team, and then that's how the games get to this high level. And then as soon as like someone does meta breaking stuff or doesn't think on that level, they catch you off guard, and then you get frustrated, and then, you know, they've been watching your demos, and it just, yeah, it gets kind of, I think, frustrating to play against. For sure. But again, you know, Contact, all very good players here, so.
And statistically, Complexity do have a strong T side, so let's see what they can do, folks. The final half of the final map. The 5th, 6th semifinal. Otto not even needed because Esperanto's popping off. Man's got the 3K. Now Otto, he's coming out from underneath to seal it, but between Esperanto and Otto, it's the full house.
From under balcony as well. He was just missed those first few warm-up shots, and then he let it rip. He absolutely let it rip. That was pretty nicely done by Esperanto. He joins the double digits club. 6-10 the score. And yeah, Complexity's T side is great. It's just the room for error.
the last 3 pistol rounds have all been met with a force buy win right after. Twice on Nuke. I can't remember Train, so I feel like that stat could be even more damning. My memory doesn't go far that back. Stay in school, kids. Looks like Contact have lifted the curse, however. 5 versus 4. Still lots of smokes for Complexity, so they can get elaborate. But will they be allowed in?
Yeah, I think where Complexity have shown us that they shine in these T-sides is their defaults are very good, very well thought out. And once they get a certain amount of map control, like a critical mass of it, they're so good at exploding on a site together. But yeah, it really depends if the defaults get called out. And sometimes their fast stuff does not look nearly as good as their defaults do, which makes them somewhat one-dimensional at times. But here, trades are going well. These deagles, just so loud and powerful, just be pissed. This absolutely should have been a 2-0 based on the shenanigans in the second half of that last map. Snappy straight up tweeted, you know, we threw that away completely. It's true. They had a bad T-side, but because of the way the second half started, they came so close. They dropped around where they had full guns versus straight up pistols after winning deco after deco after deco. Like, they could not have had more free chances for the win. And Complexity just had such a bad start too. And now if they see that lead starts to slip away again, they're definitely going to start doubting themselves. Complexity can absolutely strike on this. And I think this is where the slower playstyle could actually work out even better. But another deagle to start it off strong for Contact.
How many in a row on Nuke? I want to say 8. I want to say 8. Okay, I was going to say I have 6 for certain, but I think it's 8. Now Ships is going to get another kill. Are we getting back on that wild ride? I did not sign up for another roller coaster.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How did I wake up here? Emmy's got a frag
try.
versus Poison Rush. He's going to try to split this in with the MAC-10. There's the Galil on Oboe and Apps. He could be the difference maker, but Snappy's not going to let his teammate get away. It's all on Oboe. He's been heard because there's a player over towards the van. He could go back through connector, perhaps? It's kind of in question, but he still doesn't know about Otto, who's just been sitting here the entire time. Don't stab him. Don't do it. Oh, he still gets the kill. Contact, rob it back and forth, and back again we go.
3 AUGs. When's the last time you seen that? 3 months ago?
Yeah, about.
Well, I think that's great.
No. 3 months ago, they wouldn't have AUGs because they would have saved Kriegs from the T side.
Yeah, people weren't even really buying. Yeah, everyone was just buying. Still, but was buying Kriegs even, not even really buying AUGs as much. But yeah, it's a good gun. Oh my God, are they going to eco him again? No, right?
Well, they started off well.
Oh yeah, they started off well, and yeah, it's 4-3. Wow. Okay.
Anybody who's just tuning in, you do not know what you're in for.
God. I can't believe it's happening again.
You don't know what you missed. You don't know how this works. All the traditional rules of Counter-Strike have been thrown out the window. And Poison. Of course, he's going to get another one. Emmy, 1 versus 4. Now, 2 of these other Ts are incredibly tagged. But they can just circumvent the threat and head towards B site instead.
You kind of just have to like watch, right? You can really try to break it down.
It's like a car crash.
Watch and enjoy. It is. Yeah. Probably feels like a car crash for both teams.
Kind of makes you feel a little bad, but you just kind of enjoy it.
But for who? Like, I don't even know who's... Yeah. Like, Complexity won that last map.
You never know. You don't know who it's better for until it stabilizes. That's the crazy. It just keeps the game. All it does. This back and forth stuff. And this is why I think like in the end it was wild and we're all laughing and it's fun. But think about the weight of the situation where like finally when it evens out, when somebody wins consecutive rounds, the stakes are just higher because the score slowly gets closer to the finish line. Last time when we had 8 of these in a row, Contact, the moment they had an actual full-fledged buy, they already had 15 rounds. So it just gets us there. You know, it gets us closer to 30 rounds in a back and forth who's gonna win type fashion. I'll take that over a 16-8 any day. That's on a serious note. On a fun note, it's just fucking crazy. Like it doesn't make sense.
Like huge whiffs, it's like insane shots. So.
Yeah, so it's fun as long as
Will Normalis on an A attack coming their way, but I think this has got the split, all the space they want. They see CTs are not peeking them anymore. Frisky. Otto makes his presence known. Yeah, they'll move ahead now and trades. Fall apart here for the CT.
oh, good damage, Emmy. That's not an easy angle, just kind of shaving it through the side of the connector. But they have nobody to stop this bomb plant. Ooh, okay, oboe. Spinning. Emmy's gonna get close to jungle, so Emmy just face plants here. I don't think he goes for the clutch. So not only with the music kit, but now you can no longer...
What happens? It locks you in?
Yeah, on top of the bomb and you're defusing, and then you move it myself, so I can't say. I just saw Don's video on it. But basically, if you're moving your... Boom! I'm away like, yo, take this angle back. I'm shooting for the 3-piece.
That was a clean bomb pass. I had another weird fact, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, yeah?
I read some fact a long time ago that if everybody was in Japan was standing outside, that people would be standing in the water because of how high the population density is.
Right, there's just not enough space for them on their islands.
Because everyone's living in
high-rise
apartments. Yeah, high-rises, exactly.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were to compare that to our country of Canada,
It'll be comfortably spread apart. Maybe
Yeah,
some of us
I
can
don't
afford to be farther apart.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to see another person, to be honest. You know, like
Yeah.
someone's getting stuck up in the Northwest Territories, and yeah, you get lonely. But Contact, they're losing their lead. Obviously, the conversion made easy by the fact that they circumvent the threat of the A stack, go up cat, plant B, easy pickings. It's not going to be easy this time. Round 22, guns on each side. This is a big one. Focus. Okay, not that focused. You're allowed to talk.
If they, yeah, no, I'm just thinking. If they want to, well, yeah, they're giving up a lot of space. I really think this is where Contact will get owned if they give up too much space, because I feel like Complexity really peak when they get so much space, because their defaults are actually very, very good. But yeah, I mean, it could come down to a read. They got 3 players in the B site. They're pretty well set up over here. Trying to get some early damage in from safety is Oboe. It feels like, if I'm gonna guess, they're gonna take it up connector once again, or it's like
Could
one
be.
player on cat. Yeah.
Maybe they rocket back cat. But with the Palace player, yeah, I'm thinking A-split here. Config gets ladder room. Esperanto, he's in a bit of a weird position. Oh, he gets the dink, but the AK beats the M4. 9 health for Oboe. Rush, he's going to burn out any presence that would be underneath Bauk, but the only defender on A is Snappy back on Ticket. He has to give them control of the site. He can't go big here. He's got to wait for his team to get closer, and Poison, he's going to win the cat fight from the other end this round. Bomb for Blame. Planting safe.
Bomb has been planted.
Contact have to let this slip, I think.
Such a clean round, right? Like, I mean, the one moment that the smoke goes up, the protocol is to molly the window. So it's not a surprise that Oboe's watching that. And then, you know, Esperanto dying there. Poison turns his attention to cat right when they're coming up connector. Everything's super, super clean. I feel like that's going to be the scariest part for Contact. Like, their regular A defaults are exactly what, on CT side, are exactly what Complexity are waiting for. They're super scary about the way that they approach everything. Every single person is out of utility. Very nicely done.
So it's a tie game, folks. 11 apiece. 11 apiece. 4 in a row for Complexity. Just want to poke Contact with a stick or something. Come on, boys.
Slattered.
Yeah. Owen, Oboe, Schlatter. Rush? Are they going to go off of this?
Yeah, the Blame did the same thing last round, so they're trying to use it as a fake.
Here it is. Big commitment. Emmy, he's going to let him trickle in. He's got a teammate also with him. He goes down, but it's traded by Ships. Poison kind of lost in the smoke here. He's able to come out and kill Ships on bench. Almost lining it up, but Config with the headshot. He gets naded back by Snappy. It is all on Poison. He is focused forward. On the window, there's the CT backdoor. It's done. Contact, they pick up that round. Nicely done letting the T's out from apps to trap them on the bomb site.
Mm-hmm. I think Contact maybe were waiting for that to actually come. The last round they played 3B for so long. They could feel also comfortable about their 2-man A setup, but they probably shouldn't. And I'm actually surprised that Contact were so aware over on the B site because of how well that previous round worked for Complexity. But I think sometimes Complexity shoot themselves in the foot a little bit with... We saw that on Nuke on their T side where they just have like a great game plan that's completely unanswered, but then they go ahead and change something where they probably don't need to. But another opening, nice kill on the A site, and this probably speeds things up towards this full A hit.
I think so as well. We've seen players as well drop Molotovs underneath Balk, so There it is. Yeah, Blame. He just put the fire on Snappy and SB's feet. They're going to extinguish it. Config kills the first one, but they're not going to fall for this. They're ready for the second as well. 5 players still up for Complexity. Emmy's hoping someone walks out from Palace. He takes to the top of Ticket, sees the guy on Tetris, knows that the bomb plant's right in front of him, and he's going back up for second servings. Obo, that's an error. Goes for the reload, is caught in the middle of the process. A 2 versus 5 made 2v3. And Emmy, he's aware of the flank. So Config, he's going to walk right into it, but he takes the headshot and ships 1 versus 3. Nowhere to be found. He has to give this up. Complexity, they tie at 11, and they're going to tie at 12.
True. Yeah, and it feels like they definitely look like the better team so far. They've won 5 of the last 6 rounds. 6 of the last 8 with this one, and yeah, apart from that, Contact have won 2 rounds in a row here on CT side, and they're giving Complexity that space again. That round's all about Poison. He's at 20 kills. He gets that opening frag, and that just as Complexity be like, well, okay, we won A, but it was close. But it feels like Complexity had such great rounds going towards A. So many problems there for Contact. It wouldn't be reasonable to anticipate that Contact could fix all their problems in one fell swoop. And so why not keep trying to abuse it?
Yep. Lots of bodies off the ramp. Oh, Poison. He is just on point today. 21 and 12 here on Mirage Rush. He just saw the barrel of Snappy. Unfortunate for Snappy. His attention so focused on the ramp that he goes down. Another 2 versus 5 situation. Not going to favor Contact any day of the week. Bombs in. All too easy.
Really unfortunate for Snap. You know, the value of his position just runs out completely when CT dies like that, especially versus that full A. And it's, of course, that great flash from Config and the op frag from Poison in tandem. But it's these 2 last openings from Poison that have just been the beginning and end of the rounds. The follow-up protocol is just all perfect. They clean out everything. They're very careful.
Obo is dead. Emmy's patience pays off, so I guess that's a free AK. That's a silver lining here, but it's a slim silver lining because Contact also have to swallow this pill. Complexity have the lead, but Ships, an op actually gets blown over to him, so 2 silver linings.
A nice bright silver lining. What would be the upgrade? Silver lining with a bevel, maybe some emboss. Embroidery. Some nice Photoshop effects, some nice like lensing effect, solar flare.
Yeah, that's the
lighting
classic.
Effects.
Yeah, you got to put on what is it? Like vignette.
Vignette.
Yeah, what is that in English? How do you say that in English? You just put a French accent on it. It's vignette.
I just say vignette.
Vignette. All right.
I don't know how to say it in any other language.
You don't even know what language you're saying it in.
It's the only language I know.
I speak Instagram.
Whatever language it is.
Molly and a frag. Poison. He's in front of it.
I say it like a Russian.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Dobre utro.
Bitch.
Ships. What? I'm not crazy, right? He saw the guy's
alive.
legs running back.
He did, yeah. But he let him live. He's a nice guy.
I was like, can only I see through this smoke? Obviously, Poison's now playing that gap, and well, the smoke fades, so he stays posted.
Sometimes I feel like the buildings are too high inside the B apps. You ever feel like that?
A little bit.
You have to work so hard to get nades over the wall.
Yeah,
Breaker
building
News
codes
trying
are
to
a little
jump that
different
high.
here. We're going to get the set piece into the A site. This has gone well for Complexity the last 2 rounds. See if they can do it again with the CTs nearly ready, but Snappy, he turns his attention and rush just when that smoke pops goes in. Esperanto shuts down just the one because Config's got that quick trade. Auto, op, underneath the bow. Not the best position, but arguably a hell of an offer. Drops back down and Blame's gonna best him. 2v2, smoke fades for Emmy. He has a line of sight, 15 seconds, and that's enough.
He was in a great one. I don't think they actually had an answer for him because we saw the 2 Molotovs fly out to the back of the site. That would have been used to flush him out under Balk. But otherwise, he could have just slowly worked his way out and been a hard person to kill under Balk by himself versus A ramp. But yeah, you can't blame him for trying to go up the ladder, trying to think on his feet there, look for another position to get a kill from. But you could also say, you know, Complexity, they owned that round apart from Auto under Balk with an AWP.
Here's
They
Snappy.
pooned.
Getting a little bit more aggressive. And, poor guy. He had the best weapon. Or at least a good weapon for the job.
Game.
Yeah. And, well, you know what? We've seen him actually killed outside of balconies so many times now that I respect him going inside of it. He finds that early position. He gets the duel, but it's just Rush who bests him head to head. So I think the individuals have now all come alive. This is a ridiculous T side coming out of Complexity. 8 rounds to 3 on T side specifically. Ships. Oh, great distraction. He gets around the corner of the ladder room, comes back out for the first kill as Emmy swings. That's the bomb and a follow-up. You need a round like this to get you back into it, unless Rush and Blame F can combine, fuse together like a couple of Super Saiyans, and win this shit. Contact, he's close. Emmy, he's right tucked in connector.
God. He might get cleared. No, would he? No, he wouldn't.
I don't think so.
He'll get spotted. He'll get
Rush just saw it. Rush just saw it, and he responds in time. 2 versus 2, 20 seconds. Rush, he drops to the deagle. Now it's all on Blame. 1D from Auto, and Contact rob it back.
For the both of them. They had to work hard as hell to get that in the end. The ship's 2 opening kills. Rush plays that beautifully. I mean, he handles everything quite well. Helps out with the flash as well. Only reason he gets killed, Blame a little bit labored on his frag, even though it's versus that blind player. That was such a nice attempt in the 2v4, and a great round as well from Contact. Even though it was just pistols, as you're trying to highlight that bait on cap with the great shots. It's been a while since we've seen a ship's 1D. Guess it was about time. But that's, yeah. I mean, for the most part, the only thing that this could really do that'd mess it up. Watch Complexity just like rush B off tilt after this or something like that. Like that would be like the worst thing they could do. It you know, maybe it works every once in a while, but we've seen it just fall face first 2 rounds in this half. Give him a raise. Take his pay, have it, and then double it. Call it a promotion. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. You can walk into the Deagles every once in a while, but it's Poison back in action. 25 frags
just
at the
killed
top of
both
the
ops.
scoreboard with Blame.
Just casually won both op duels in 1 round.
Complexity really like playing with our heartstrings, huh? Oh, wait, there's a chance. Look at Snappy. Snappy. He's gotten through the palace if Poison's not ready for it. Oh, but of course he is. A 4th kill in the round. What's going to happen? Complexity, they face adversity, Deagles have beat them. The eco win can contact Clot. No, Poison is a beast. Walks up top mid, like, what did you just say? And just slaps them all back to give Complexity 15.
Yeah, complete god. Dumpstered Auto. I mean, Auto's fast. You know, he was in that spot on Cat. Poison had a perfect angle clear. If he had to adjust it all, he probably doesn't have time to shoot. Auto wins round in the bag for contact, right? If they get that that first kill in the mid control, because every single time Complexity have defaulted, they've been able to get opening kill plus mid control plus that A split going on. Now it looks like more of a full on hit. No ops in play for contact. 3-man setup on the A site. I like it from contact. I like it for Complexity too.
There you go,
But
Snappy.
one person in halls, so
Little silver lining. Now, he doesn't have to come back to fight yet. He's got teammates on site, but he wants to get into the mix, and it's going to bode well here for contact. Auto dropping Oboe. Last man up is Poison. He had 4 kills last round. He'd need 4 kills right now. There's the first one, but Emmy's going to trade it. This map goes the distance. We've already had OT in this series. Why not another?
I'm really, I know it's just gonna happen sometimes, but I really don't like sending one person hauls just for that specific situation. But we see how it's like everything and nothing. It's like train upper as well. If you send only one person upper to clear them out, like I'm not talking about out of both sides of my mouth here. I brought that up, right? You don't trade them out, then that position you give up is just so incredibly important to stop A. If you're committed to a full A hit, that guy's got high ground advantage. He can stop the plant whenever he wants. He could not show up and be the worst nightmare for you. But now we've got another A split coming up. Blame is in connector as well. But there's 4A.
Through the Molotov. That's a lot of damage. Before Esperanto shutting down connector, then he gets the kill to config. Rush is cut off by Snappy, and of course they've done it. A flat CT side that let Complexity string so many rounds together just to stop it at the end. 2 maps of overtime. The winner of this, after this sweaty, greasy, back and forth best of 3, has to go on to play Fnatic just right after. But who's it going to be? That question still remains unanswered. It's going to be Complexity continuing a T side that we saw great things from, but Contact, they seem to have figured out the hold on A.
This has been one hell of a map. I like the calling. I feel like sometimes we see that cloudy second map, and then I think once you get fully committed and locked in, you know, and of course this is a better map for both teams. So we're seeing some more consistency. At least Contact didn't have a great half to start things out. That last round was the adjustment they needed. That was the first time that they had 4A in this entire second half. And of course, you know, that could be enough to hold. You can keep trading out material. One player can get 2 kills, and then you win. It was a full A take. Complexity just had like the one player go back of connector. And because the last round wasn't super hot, they had Mac 10s, 2 of them, I think. So it's like not an entirely surprising result. It's really, again, just about the fact that Contact had buffer rounds after the first half. And so even though they had a worse second half, they just yeah, they're able to just at least get it to OT. So I think we're readying up for OT. I don't know who will win. I think Complexity have shown that they've got an affinity towards a much weaker B side. They probably don't want to full commit B, but they can turn mid control into a B side hit whenever they want, and that could be a very competent B split. Maybe they'll try to implore that. Some of these last rounds have also come off the back of Poison helping them win mid control basically by himself. He's at 27 kills. One shy of Auto, who's actually at 28. And we've got some communications here from the Bulgarians. Ships and Poison.
Ooh, tech pause. Timeout. Well, that's a great time. You know what? Sometimes we talk about the awful timing of timeouts. And when I say timeouts, I mean disconnecting from the server. But right before the first round, round of OT goes live, Config's internet drops. So we'll get him back in a moment.
Yeah,
And then the show
he's
will
been
be
in and
back on
out.
the road.
He's had internet issues all series actually. Usually brief pauses, but
Yeah, they've been very quickly fixed, so I'm sure he'll be back in a second.
it sucks. I've had a match on, like, I played matches on CSGo Lounge and gotten DDoSed because people are trying to win skins, and it's just, it destroys you. Like, you come back into the game, you're just like pissed off, and
Yeah,
I'm not saying that this is a DDoS. I don't think it is, but
it just breaks your mental focus. You know,
yeah,
you
it
just
breaks
heard
focus. It
Blame
close
make
your
all the
game.
calls. Yeah,
you're trying to remember all the previous rounds. You're thinking about how to stay in a game. You're thinking about the fact that it might happen again. It's like, it's really frustrating. And it just, I don't think it matters if it's just internet issues or anything more malicious. It just sucks to have something that's out of your control go wrong.
So I asked you this question yesterday, and I want to ask you again because now I think it's more applicable. We have the juggernaut in the server, right? So yesterday I asked you for your favorite X-Men, and I want to see some answers here from the chat as well. Dude, I want some good opinions, some good options. Who are the best X-Men? I said Cyclops. You said Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
And then I sat back and reflected, and I thought, man, Wolverine is probably the ultimate badass X-Men, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I liked him in like Marvel vs. Capcom too. Like all the fighting games, I really liked Wolverine. And like Wolverine's nice and he's got a cool backstory.
Yeah.
It's played by Hugh Jackman. I mean,
lots of Gambit answers. People really like Gambit.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Gambit and some
pretty cool, eh?
fighting games actually cool too. Yeah, that's a great answer.
Mystique.
Honestly.
Mystique.
Yeah. There's some pretty wicked X-Men now that you mention it.
Deadpool. That's a funny answer. What's that female character? The subatomic. You've seen the X-Men? Have you seen the Deadpool movies?
I actually only watched part of the first one, but I actually didn't think it was that funny, so I stopped.
Right. Well, so remember that girl with attitude, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That's the badass X-Man name. If I was an X-Man, I'm telling you now, if I was a mutant, that's definitely what a mutant would say, by the way. If I was a mutant, then I'd give myself some super over-the-top, ridiculous name.
Yeah, even Magneto's pretty gangster. I feel like he's got that skill that's very overpowered and great, and like it's just metal in everything, you know?
Yep,
it's pretty
that's
cool.
true. Just stop bullets right in their tracks, turn them around. Storm, the ability to
Storm's insane.
Control the weather like that'd be freaking cool.
Yeah, that's weather's everywhere too.
Yeah, plus she can fly because she has the wind, you know, so she just like updrafts her. So she's kind of like Jet. Dude, Storm is like Jet.
Storm's cooler than Jet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Jet adds no value to a team. I feel like Storm mains are smart, Jet mains are not smart.
Taking a chance.
There's a Cypher X-Men.
Oh yeah?
Speaking of Valorant.
But
Douglas Aaron Ramsey. I don't know. I wish I read more comic books. I don't read.
Yeah.
I don't read many. Never read a lot of comic books. I really turned off about superhero movies just because of it feels like they're just a dime a dozen. It feels like they just ship them out every minute. So I really love to watch, like, I can be kind of a snob about movies. So as much I actually loved superheroes when I was younger, very turned off by.
My final note before we get right back into the overtime, because it is started, is I would say that, like, of the superhero movies though, I do think the run up to Endgame was really good. Like when you had like
I heard it's
Thor
like
Ragnarok. I enjoyed building up to Endgame more than I actually enjoyed Endgame itself. But you still, you know, once you're that deep, you got to watch it all. Regardless, thank you guys for your patience as Config's fixed his internet, and welcome back to Overtime. Again, the winner of this still playing for the final spot in CS Summit 6. They'd have to beat Fnatic after the fact. Second overtime in this series. Enjoy.
I am very curious what this OT will look like for Complexity, because I think they desperately needed to, they didn't desperately need to finish the game before regulation, but because everything was such heavy A-leans, and then we saw the answers for that for contact, I wonder if Complexity are going to do more of the same, or if they're going to try to do something new, which might be a bit scary. But they're going back to what didn't work, at the expectation that maybe Complexity are going to try something new. So this could work out quite well for Complexity. They've got Bomb and Connector.
So ready. Yeah, Poison called that one out. Just anticipates the peak. Auto. He's going to go into the vent.
Oh, so fast.
Yep, Config's ready as well. Here's Snappy from the back of the site. He's just good for the one. Almost getting rushed, but Blame F. Keeping his head on a swivel. Turns back, drops jungle. Emmy 1v3. He's going to go for the quick flash, try to close this distance before the T's get comfortable in their post plants. But with a smoke on Connector, they fall back. And Emmy, yeah, I think he's going to walk away here. This is MR3 10K. So money is not unlimited. And losing out on the op in the end means it's 3 alive for Complexity as they take the first in OT.
The lean towards A works out once again. Contact below a kill. This time, it's been a new way that they've lost every single time, to be fair to them, but one thing that hasn't changed is that opening kill, once they give up mid-control, has always gone the way of Complexity. And it's because they get scared, and the one piece of kind of map control they try to get back on just the smallest peak, there's always a player waiting for Complexity, whether it's them sitting at mid, holding window, or in that situation, Poison, who's come up clutch. Esperanto, wow, he'll find the first. That's enormous. It's not quite Poison, which I think might be the most important player to kill right now, but it's an opening, and it is Config.
Auto's ready for it. Nice little adjustment, takes down Oboe. Even with the flashbang working slightly, Auto, he's able to sandwich rush between himself and the Cat players. So a 2 versus 4 with the bomb down on Cat, if I'm not mistaken. Weird position for it to be stuck in. Blame F. He's trying to work through the flank. They know he lurks, so they're on high alert. Snappy smokes him off. This gives him a chance to fight versus Emmy. I mean, there's a minute here, so I want to kind of treat it like it's possible. They will more than likely go for it. They've got more than enough money to rebuy in the next round, which is the last of the first half of OT, so they're going to have to throw the Hail Mary. They heard the drop. That's something. Blame wants to double back to cut him off.
Yeah, he's like following up on their one lead, kind of reading into this rotation, but he's not going to be able to get through this.
No, not that he's exit murder hole. But he can... Ooh, nice. Big guy, swift movement. Gonna boost up, go for the double peek perhaps. Smokes soon to fade, 20 seconds, great nade. Auto gives the cover. I mean, that's really their one way back into it. It's pretty predictable, the boost, but Complexity, they had to try something. So no shock that the 4v2 doesn't work, but Contact, they're gonna tie this at 16 rounds apiece.
Yeah, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but you know, the B stuff's not so good. I think this time the thing that's cool is that they try with Cat Split, because their full-on B takes through B apps Fnatic mode did not work out so well. So at least they try to give it a new look. It's all based on their mid control, which last round, you know, Esperanto got a fortunate kill through a smoke. This round he's out quickly, and Snappy wins his duel inside a palace. So this will be a tell for Contact, of course, that their initial plan was to go towards A, but because now it's 4-on-4, things change, I think, for both sides. Oh, however, a nice opening for Auto, yeah.
Over the top of the smoke, he finds Config top mid, man advantage for Contact. Cat player very close, doesn't fall back, ships. That takes some confidence, but we've got Blame and Poison in yet another 2v4. They've already gotten the first kill, so it's a single man disadvantage, and Blame, it looks like he wants to crank up the pressure towards this B site, which will send Otto spiraling into the site. Now he's just focused on the door, which means window drops an opening. It's a possibility for Blame. He has one flash. Poison has another. Poison also has the way towards the B site. If he smokes off connector, then he's going to be able to pinch this with Blame simultaneously, as long as he doesn't die to window. So that pickup's big. Look at Poison start moving into the bomb site. Otto creeps a little closer, and he's going to cut down Blame. He doesn't know just how close Poison has actually gotten, and he is on that bomb site. Poison honing in on him. He shuts down the counter offer, and he misses versus Snappy. 1v1, another drop shot. Poison's back on the bomb site. Snappy on the smoke, and it's the third time the charm. Oh, goodness. Golly G. Poison takes that second.
Oh, man, Poison. I mean, Poison. I love how he plays that. Like, absolutely no. Snappy just had a big whiff off the side of that smoke after Poison also missed. You got to count your stars when Poison misses a shot like that and capitalize on that chance. Let alone the second chance of him. He jumped out of the window. That was a shot missed on the side. Poison read it correctly, missed the shot. Jesus. And then he still ends up winning. And I thought, honestly, with that round, Contact would win this game. Because that first half was much better. Now that we switch out, I feel like Complexity can't really do as much to take control of the game. So, but now Complexity, they definitely had a good enough CT side to be like, all right, well, they can get 2 rounds. Of course, it was a 9-6 half to start things out. We got a little bit of complexity here with the mid control from Contact. And I think what Contact need to look out for is Complexity's close A ramp setups versus Connector. This is their kind of ticket to victory. I'm sure they're aware by this point. Oh! Well, he had the feeling. He had the itch. He had a hunch.
Oh no, wait, Ships. He's gotten by the murder hole as well. That was right in front of Rush. Poison, the only CT to put a kill to the board.
He's opping in their market.
Oh god. Oh, another op shot from Poison. Oh, and he focuses on Sandwich. This guy's unstoppable. Unbelievable. 3 kills for Poison on the A site. Config somehow stays alive as he doubles back through market. They had no business winning that once Contact were getting that footing on the A site.
How did Config get... Oh, CT side, of course. I was like, why? What is he doing in the market? I just thought we were still in the first half. Comes through, kills the guy inside of window, and yeah, that was the lurk to end all lurks. That was it. That was Contact's ticket. Complexity win that round. Contact have to be shook. Things went so well at first.
Oh, it's fast. It's a fast clash. Oboe, he does a ton of damage. Great grenade. And it's back into the 2 versus 2. Emmy survives long enough. He takes a huge scalp and Blame F. It's 2 snipers remaining for Complexity. Split across this map. And Emmy, he's feigning fake flashbangs over on ramp. Config's in the open. Otto missing his shot, but getting legged in return. So now both these CTs have more health than their counterparts, but Config, he walks back into the angle. He pulled out his pistol to try to finish the frag, and that doesn't work for him. So can Poison do it again? He just kills Otto, bombs down, Emmy on the corner peeks, but Poison, he's already out. The damage is there, and Contact keep this going.
I can't believe what we're watching, man. What the hell? I don't even know. Does Config... Is that a huge misplay? Is that
I think so.
Is it because like I can respect the read, but yeah, he could have just waited, and there's no way he gets out a window without making a noise. And so, I mean, Otto does an unlikely thing and expects him to walk back. That's for sure the unlikely play. Otto is just trying to delay in the meantime for his teammates to rotate over.
Yep.
So holds on to a very safe angle. So I think, Otto definitely does his part to make config look very foolish there, but it's a matter of if config had hid, is there any way he could have died? The answer is no. The only issue would have been that he couldn't support his teammate rotating in from window to help peek on the cross, something like that. But him within the site, I feel like, is a huge problem. And then his teammate in the window, in the market window, can take a passive angle to his left while he holds the right, something like that, and they support each other without exposing themselves. I think they had way more options, of course, if he doesn't die.
Oh, it's
Contact
fast.
pulled that one back. Yeah, it's super fast.
Right off of the pause. They're going to go right into this A site, looking to keep us in to double OT. They could go. But look at this. They're gonna get stranded. They're stranded on Tetris. 3 T's unable to cross right now. There's a player in window that's supposed to come help this, but all the while, Poison, he could just hold this line, but they're gonna
Ships
boost.
has the only smoke.
And Emmy gets a quick headshot onto Config. 4 versus 2, now turned down to just Poison in the 1v4. He rattles off a shot, and it's not over yet. Contact forced the issue. Double OT, baby.
I'm down. Let's run it back. I think you're seeing some really interesting stuff here. I feel like I'm fully invested. For Contact, they lost that last round where they definitely shouldn't have. This one, Complexity had no business winning. Wow, what an absolute grinder.
I'm down, man. We got one best of 3 today. This is our only best
Yeah.
of 3. I
For
got
sure.
nothing left to do after this, so I'll take all the Counter-Strike I can get. But we've got to reset a little. We've all got to recompose. The pressure no longer, I'd say, an equation in the equation just yet. It's a little fresh start at the beginning of double OT. So let me think. 22 rounds for a win, 21 for triple overtime, and yeah, you wanna dissect that one?
Got owned. I mean, Ships sprays the guy down in the back. Yeah, I feel like they totally read the to test it, and then the first player got flustered. How the hell? They maybe heard a step, but that was it. Full B exec. Better than Complexity could do to them. To be fair, Complexity never really, or Contact never really set up inside of B gaps for those rushes, which maybe Complexity would have done better versus. They always let them have that level of control. But a great start here from Contact. I mean, this I don't know. I feel like it gets scarier for the favorite the longer the game goes on. Actually, is that true? I mean,
I'm not sure.
in terms of mental capacity, you've been here more times, but I mean, maybe the frustration, I guess I'm saying, could be higher for Complexity.
It's always weird.
36 kills.
36.
36.
Damn, man. Who's next up on the server? 34 on Auto. So it's the snipers. The snipers at the top, baby. Poison and Auto. Auto with the silent ND. Oh, he's in the open. Oh, he's standing out in the open. So when he shoots, Blame goes for the peak while the op's on cycle, and he can't get into cover fast enough. Top fragger for Contact goes down. Blame, he still has a gap in the smoke. So he's going to keep his eyes on it. Drops the bomb carrier. That's collecting in, send around to the side of Connector here. Puts down the smoke. They've got the man advantage. And Config, great angle. He's going to see them both boosting like fools, toddlers. Just having fun at the bottom of mid. Ships, 32 health. 3 opponents ahead. Oh, it gets a little awkward, but Blame's still fine.
Huge awareness plays by Blame. I mean, every single piece of positioning there. The nice adjustment to the top of mid to grab the 2 frags that he did. And of course, the flash to bait out the shot from Otto. I guess he felt scared the op was going to peek window right off that, but it was just a rifle on delay, and he can't get away. So Complexity win mid control the CT round to start things off. It's tied up after a B rush that goes the way of Contact. We're seeing some new ways to win here for both teams.
just gonna be the full-blown execute, huh? Going back to the basics. Flame F gets the first kill. Ships, he was burned into the open.
The incendiary and the nade is beautiful.
He's still up here. Boy connector, but it's, oh my god, nice combat hopping from Esperanto. 2 kills for him. Oh, he even gets the third. The no-scope to bring it back into the 2 versus 2 as Config can trade this. He equals frag count. How does Esperanto do that?
He was lucky enough to get that trade on Esperanto. They want to push this. Emmy's going to get traded out, though, and now it's a one-on-one, and it's Otto, the top fragger, versus Rush, who has been struggling.
Otto's got 60 health, no utility. Rush has a frag. He's already inside connector. With Otto behind triple, he could just slip out now. Otto goes for the CT cross, but it looks like Otto's more cautious of CT than anything else. So Rush has exited. He has gotten to the top of the staircase. He's looking around. Now he's making noise. Now Otto's going to turn his attention back. Otto, he's honing in on this. Rush, he's better hope that Otto misses the shot. Rush, he gives his backup. Otto, easy kill. Contact, take 20.
No chance, yeah. Otto slipped by to triple, and Rush did not know that, so he could have gone anywhere at that point. Rush took a risk, just hoping that he would peek the right side triple. Tough situation knowing Otto's on the op. Could have got peeked from default. So yeah, I mean, Otto is definitely greatly favored there, and the risk that Rush takes doesn't pay off for him. No, it looks bad. It's not a bad play by any means, just a gamble. Otto's been doing a good job of making people look silly for gambles so far this game.
So they switch sides. Again, 21 is triple overtime. The big W. Ships burned to a crisp. Oh, poison. Second shot connects. The 1-2 Toronto, who had a stellar 3-piece in that last round. Complexity, they fall silent. But Otto's real loud and proud. Now Emmy's gonna get aggressive. He saw poison. He saw poison behind the box. He knows he's able to answer that, but the flash blinds everybody involved. 3v3, 35 seconds.
Bomb spotted? No, right? Otto, yeah, all the outplaying his side opponents except for poison. And
gave
the
him that
window.
shot.
Oh my god, there could be a second opportunity here, but yeah, you got to come connector. The molly in jungle allows him to cross. There's a free plant here. That molly's going to expire though. And Snappy, he'll peek out. Oh my god, stop the bomb.
What is he? Why? 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 Rush! He needs both kills. There's no time. He's got the bomb back. He gets the first frag, but there's no time. Why?
It's really loud, Connor.
Sorry, man. He's just...
You're yelling why at poison, right?
Yeah, man.
I mean, he doesn't know where they are.
I know, but then he's getting shot at. He's just jumping around in circles. Plus, it's just... Well, I guess it's not why at poison. It's why at the now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Washed away in that one.
You get excited. The play was great up until that point. They just need to get the bomb across. If the molly doesn't last longer than that, poison seems scared of Tetris or sandwich or something for whatever reason. So obviously it's clear to us. Only 2 threats are in jungle, but maybe he got some bad information. But yeah, he just needs to get the bomb the default basically. Get that round under control. Wow, contact actually 22 to win.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, this is. I mean,
it isn't insane.
All things said, this is exciting.
I mean-
Contact to take a win over Complexity. Contact to get a chance versus Fnatic. If they get one of these 2 rounds, they're good. But there's still a chance that this one keeps going. Triple overtime, also a possibility. Come on, Contact. Just close it. Complexity, they've won enough this month. Contact down to a man disadvantage. Oh, and they lose Esperanto as well, but they still have that player towards Ticket and Emmy. He's looking for the headshot as Blame falls down. He gets that kill. Oh, and Ships! But Config's flank comes in. Another clutch situation. Contact with map 3, the match on the line. Ships could just ace this 1v2. He sees the
Oh, he
player
knows
on
where they
Ticket.
both are.
Yep. He just needs to focus. He baits out the shot and swaps to the AK. Looking for the headshot. That's Config. He's just going to play tucked in. Oh, a little bit of jumping damage. He pressures the offer. Oh, and damage done. Ships has got it. Contact. Win the round. Win Mirage. And go on to face Fnatic for a chance at CS Summit 6.
What a clutch. Holy. Found both players. That's nuts.
If I've come back fully from that place.